Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Two Worlds 2. Let's get started, shall we? We're gonna continue that damn game, and we gonna have fun doing it. Prologue Al Sorna. I usually don't play this far, and as you can see, it's a new setup of where the TV is set up. Because that wasn't the table it usually was on. I had moved. It's a new place. Alright, but enough about that. Let's get started on to the entertainment. Now, I would advise watching this on the max pixels 480 in order to get the best visuals out of this video you can. They're not too good, but this is the best I can do, so bear with me. Alright, so... Oh yeah, you got trapped by a bear trap. Okay, so... Huh. Well... What? I can't hear you, man. Let's turn up a bit. Alright. Oh. That's a Grom? I don't know why I'm damn Grom. That does not look like a Grom. It looks like an orc. Get it right. Looks like a deceased orc. Green blood? Damn. Jade ring. Take item. Amulet. Chopper. Equip and equip. What the hell does the star mean? Zero trigger points, 0 skill points. Okay, cool. It shows enemies on the minimap. Okay, cool. That music, though. The music's beautiful. What the hell's the teleport for? Whoa, where was I? The fuck?
Finally! We just got a teleport. Dropped us into dark. Where is she now? Caught the track in ancient silent.
Okay. Okay, so it's other open world. Okay. Okay.
Take the lead. It's time to see what you're capable of. Any advice?
Okay.
Remember to block. Now go.
Yeah, alright. You have gone off the path. Try again. Very well then.
There always seems to be more to the deal.
What the hell is this dancing class? What the fuck are you moving with your foot back?
I
What the
see
fuck?
you haven't lost your touch completely. Yeah, it's getting worse. It's not over yet. Remember that once you've blocked your opponent, you can easily counter his attack with a decisive strike. Keep that in mind during your next engagement.
I can block how you block.
Go.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go get the treasure over here. Okay, fuck you then. I'll go over this way. Okay, we got elegant dagger. Why the fuck was I wearing any shoes? Let me whack you with my stick.
Not bad, but not all your opponents will leave themselves so open to attack. You'll find that a strong defensive stance can be difficult to break. What do you suggest? Force. Swing down on your opponent, breaking his footing, and opening up his defenses.
Okay, Peter. I break his hold. I break his foot then. Like seriously, what the fuck? I wanted to go after treasure chests, not that. Very well. How about I just walk across the tree? Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, got him.
I'm impressed. Now let's finish this. Trip along and stand back. The distraction should give Nortarius enough time to make their move. I'm on it.
I'm on what? Oh, make the rocks fall.
Go
Gotcha.
on.
Yeah, okay. Let me just check this body for valuables. Alright. Okay. I don't get to try to do it myself? Okay. Oh, I wanted to fight them. Head back to camp. Jump. Oh, bull crap. I can run all the way over there.
Take this bow and finish them off. Thought you went with the mage.
Wow, bows are better on this game. That body's gone. I see.
I see you works. This time, try taking down two at once. How do you suppose they do that? Drops and arrows. First time for everything. Fall back to the camp. Lead the way.
Yeah, well, I want to go look at these bodies. Surely it'll let me do that. I got some magic. Inventory is full. Okay, cool. Inventory is full. You lie. Okay. What? It can get dark? You shitting me? Nighttime in Skyrim. uh,
Not bad. Looking forward to seeing how you handle yourself after a meal and some rest. As for yourself,
Seems unsafe to let the Groms get this close. The attacks happen often.
seems unsafe to let the Groms get this close. These attacks happen often. Groms are scavengers, prey on the weak and wounded. They keep to their side of the island. Not we remind them. So, they have any equipment worth salvaging? In your state, they tear you apart. Spare yourself the embarrassment of another rescue. Okay, fair enough. So, how's the...
Yeah, fuck, I can beat him. I can beat him, man.
As long as we're still breathing, Guitarius can usually keep it that way. I hear Rodman will get word.
Don't worry, least I can do.
We'll see if you feel the same way in a couple of weeks.
Don't hold me to it.
We should get moving. She's been waiting for you.
Rob, I almost forgot.
Be grateful she didn't.
Fair enough. Lead the way.
Tell me, you ever stop talking?
You ever take off the mask?
Hey, I almost leveled up. Green bar shirt, EXP bar. A war bastard, eh? Um. Oh, you can take me. I
Not
got
now,
you. I got you. You can take him. Oh, sure I do. I doubt it. Man, sky is beautiful. Was that a bird? The bird's giving me the bird. Okay. Why are you sprinting? Hmm. Right now, it looks like I'm in the mountains with the fog and stuff. But no, it's even more beautiful on the video. But so this is the prophet. Hello, prophet. Oh no, you're not the prophet.
You're lucky she's still alive. Now, if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Okay.
This is it. The bridge leads to the prophet's chamber.
Bridge. Step back.
An orc who is a mage still surprises me. They usually do not say an orc is a mage.
Well, got any fight left in you? What's wrong? Necklace. Dark energy known to wear human bones as armor. Their magic interferes with my own. Ever used a staff before? Not lately. Better than never, There. Stand still for a moment.
Okay.
I'll let you take it from here. You'll need to deal with our guests. Use this staff. I recommend Firebolt's personal favorite. Thanks.
What?
Good. But you won't always have the luxury of a vantage point. Necris will often swarm, leaving little time for a precision response. When you find yourself surrounded, rely on an area attack spell, like Fire Blast.
What about the 360
In
fireball?
fact, why don't you head down to the pentagram in the center of the room and give it a go? Sounds easy enough.
I'll take your bone meal. Yeah, about that. Nope, nope. I'll take you out with my melee weapon. Man, you want me to use your staff, eh?
You did well. For a human. Time to head back. Alright.
See, I thought I already had it out. You didn't tell me I didn't have it out. You didn't tell me I had my walking state put away. You just told me that, press the B button down. Attributes of armor. Armor and their properties. Best armor, there's no such thing. The best armor is one that saves your ass. There is not one defense to fit all the circumstances except your own mind. Meaning you must choose wisely. Though selection is the key. So spoke Diego Sosa de Torres Ramirez, the unmatched master of swordplay. And when it comes to the selection of armor, nobody knew better than Diego. Proper armor selection has saved many a warrior's hide. And improper selection has certainly seen many and more met an early bloody end. A poorly made purchase could very well be one's last. There are many ways to tell the work of a gifted armor smith from that of a novice. Best rule is to use the old adage, trust the known names, but that advice, while sound, can hardly always be used. For as in every craft there are many with skills not yet known widely enough for their names to be recognized. Armor making is no exception. Furthermore, the craft has not managed to avoid the plague of forgery, and many have unfortunately found out too late that the Darandel breastplate they purchased, having paid their hard-earned money for what seemed to be good merchandise, was nothing but a sham that broke immediately under the duress of battle, by which time, of course, its owner could hardly go back and obtain armor from a more reliable source. And so the conclusion is clear. Only by carefully analyzing the properties of the armor can its efficacy be certain. Resistance to slashing. Slashing is the most basic attack in sword fight. Thus, resistance to it will be a primary expectation of any armor, whether done by sword, axe, or other edged weapon. The effects of slashing cut may be devastating. When wearing armor, one must never forget to tie it properly if it comes in several parts, and to protect the juncture, especially the neck and groin and beneath the arms. Resistance to bludgeoning. A blunt wooden club may appear to be nothing to worry about, especially next to a razor-sharp sword. But blunt weapons are the leading cause of instant death on the battlefield. When hitting an unprotected body, that is. Armor that can protect against heavy impact from a blunt weapon is worth its weight in gold. Resistance to frost. Worn to protect its wearer from the creeping death, cold, this type of armor is most effective against magical attacks or to protect your bone while sledding. Usually made of toughened or enchanted metal, so as to prevent shattering in the event of solid freezing does occur. It will require the wearer to become strong. Resistance to fire. Fire can only be one's best friend and his worst nightmare. Using fire-resistant armor is the only way to make the odds fall overwhelmingly on the side of the gamble that favors your survival. An armor that can tolerate heat will protect its wearer from attacks by fire magic as well as damage from the environment. Resistance to shock. Lightning has been the bane of many a tireless warrior seeking to defeat a mage. Therefore, shock-proof armor will always be invaluable to one's facing opponents adept at lightning magic. Such armor are usually built without metal parts. It's so commonly available variants. This comes at the cost of decreased protection from piercing or slashing. Resistance to poison. Poison can be sneaky killers. An armor that resists poison but not piercing will, for example, be of little protection against a poison stiletto. It will protect the wearer in toxic environments and shield his or her body from perils such as poison gas clouds, though. Just two uses of this incredibly valuable armor style. Resistance to spectral damage. Spectral attacks afflict the soul, making it difficult to imbue an armor in a way which will adequately protect you from it. However, some armorsmiths have figured out ways to create such protection. Though proceed with caution, this will often come at the cost of another equally valuable defense. So I see. Architect's Notebook. From the Notebook of Alistar from Vernatia. Fourth design. As I feared, Sordahan again rejected the design of the tower. Rejected wasn't an understatement, but I suppose it's better to use that word and quote what he actually said. You will do better this time, bricklayer, or your femur will be the tower's flagstaff. Yikes, but bricklayer, really? I should have told him right there my ancestors were renowned architects when yours were still herding cows, and they never wore antlers on their head. Oh yes, the fire brims on the top of my tongue. But alas, my balls are not made of steel, and I bit back my words. What a man to do anyways. I foolishly accepted his invitation, impressed by him when he came to my workshop in Vernatia. Such power, pay no attention to the cost, architect. Think only of your reward. The emperor, surveying all from a tower of your design, and your weight in gold if you can build it. His mood didn't change until I arrived. Sardahan's threats were subtle. At first, too late did I understand the meaning of his words. Everyone was an equal guest here, from the dungeons up. Then you were not ordered to build a privy tower. Redesign or I'll have you whipped tonight. Do you have any idea how long it takes to engineer a tower? I was little more than a prisoner, and since then it's been nothing but threats. Every day it's the same. Yesterday, Sardahan rejected my third design proposal. Unnervingly, he keeps leaving bizarre instructions, trapdoors and switches, concealed chambers, and interfering even with my basic sketches. I still have yet to see the Emperor. In fact, I begin to wonder, could it be that he does not even know I'm here? Could it be that he has not even seen my designs? But then why would Sword Ahan act in such a bewildering way? To what end? No matter, I will complete the wretched tower. The fourth design, with which I begin today's entry, will be the one. I can feel it. But once I return to Vernatia, not a single architect worth his salt will come to work in this castle when I'm done telling how I've been treated. And they may yet see that it does not pay to mistreat the men who built their secret passages and designed their escapeways. Notepad obtained during a routine search of the former quarters of the architect Alistar of Vernatia, since the countenance of the notepad were in the breach of confidentiality clause of the agreement, paragraph 14, as per Lord Sardahan's instructions, the contract and the contractor were annulled. Construction of the tower continues as planned in accordance with the designs recovered from the ex-contractor's archive. T.C. Mikhailov's captain. Oh, good God. Ancient cults and orders. On ancient cults and outlawed orders, Chapter 7. Unholy technology, the Tenebrae. The traditional robe of the Tenebrae taken from surviving sketches of the cult's rituals. Oh my God, it's got a lot of reading to do. How many pages it's got? 4. Of the cults of the First Age, one was shunned and loathed as their enemies, who were even enemies amongst themselves, were united unequivocally against them. Those most unlikely to ally succeeded in wiping not only the cult itself, but obliterating almost all traces of its existence. Therefore, and unfortunately for us historians, not much confirmed information now remains about the cult. We know they called themselves the Tenebrae. We know the locations of two of their fortresses, though little more than ruins remain in those places now. Their enemies having torn down the structures and torched them to the very foundations, and we have some of the schematics for the quite evil mechanisms they designed. Based on the scarce material, we know that the first records of Tenebrae came from the Chronicles of Dathria, where mention of a cult of warrior anchorites appeared, as do veiled references to unimaginable evils and perversions they committed. However, by that time, the Tenebrae had already existed for decades, if not centuries, and thus there are no known sources that describe even the approximate origin. We do know of the cult's astonishing technical skills, though most of their designs were destroyed or lost to time. Some of what remains still manages to baffle even the most experienced engineers today. For instance, no one has ever properly deciphered the theory behind their most infamous creation, the Oculus. And not only because the construction of such a device would nowadays be, of course, illegal. We do know the Tenebrae described the Oculus as a disembodied eye enslaved to its master, invisible and able to enter any place through even the tiniest crack. It should be noted that there are reports of some who managed to replicate the oculi, but these reports are dubious at best. Whew, such long read. Spoken accounts confirm that to obtain the primary ingredient used in the creation of the oculus, the living eye of the Tenebrae would seek out and hunt down members of different races known for their keen eyesight. Dwarf, elves, and even dragons. Once captured, the victim's eyes would be removed for later transportation. The races targeted by these monks feared not only losing their eyes, but namely the ritual which the Tenebrae practiced during the removal process. They were convicted that for the artifacts to work, the victims had to be alive and conscious, while their eyes and nerves were carefully scraped clean of the sockets. Pain, the cultists believed, would purify the subject's senses, bringing him to or her to as close to light and darkness as was humanly possible, thereby enhancing the strength and endurance of in the device. For that reason, the Tenebrae also trained themselves in the techniques of torture and developed their own methods and instruments with which to inflict maximum pain while preserving life as long as possible. Those hideous practices are described in a unique surviving account of one of the cultists, the Notes of the 47, whose titles and contents let us know that the Tenebrae would only refer to one another by numbers. Their birth names were forgotten and forbidden. But even the impressive mind of a historian shudders to quote them in detail. It also starts from the Notes of the 47th that we now know that those who drove an oculus would experience an instant change in perceptive as their vision shifted from corporeal to whatever unworldly mechanism gave the device its power. And we got 5 books left. That's great. Wisdom and Augury of the Prophet Taril. Faithfully putting in writing by his humble student and servants Atheus. On deities, 7 gods of the old were then there were, and 7 worlds times 7 they created. Until being the last and final. On 7, 4 supreme beings remain after the first. In the eclipse, a fraction of the worlds remained. Thus was chaos controlled and balance achieved. Now the benevolent goddess of the earth, as beloved as she was revered, her shrines provided worshippers with the same power, and her elements bring after each winter life and resurrection. Okay, so this is the theologue. I can't even say words correctly. Theology of the past of this game, or their beliefs. I Yathalin, gentle yet fearsome god of water, just as his element can bring serenity or fury. Yathalin can restore and bring life in times of peace and foundation destroy when violence is needed. As the almighty and ambitious god of fire, as fierce as flame itself, such was his undoing. His desire to rule all, even the elder gods, Azrael demanded that he be recognized as their lord and master. When he was cast down from his self-appointed position, Azrael declared war on the other gods, bringing havoc and despair everywhere there was flame. Only through the sacrifices of Yathalin and her worshippers was the renegade god banished to the nether realms. His altars still scattered throughout Antilor provided the worshipper with which Azrael has always considered vital strength and power. What? Okay, first it said Yathalin was a man, now it says it's a woman. I don't understand that. But whatever. Alright, so Throglin, the lower god, the trickster, master of inventions, and the patron of inquisitiveness, built Patron of Oblivious, though darkness is his domain, it is the darkness of solitude and contemplation, rather than the evil that infests a man's soul by doing evil. He is a challenger, not a creator of harm. And though most races look for wisdom in the light, there were some that embraced the gentle darkness instead and seek knowledge there. Those found themselves under Throgolin's protection and thankfulness recognized him as their sovereign. There still exist tales of he who once was the eighth and then it is said survived as the last. The anti-god, that permanent outcast known by many names, and whose true name was thankfully struck from the world eons ago, undoing of all beings his only purpose. It was he who brought about the first eclipse, and who vowed not to rest until everything falls again into chaos and entropy. Some say he never vanished, but hid from the sights of the elders, lying in wait, injecting his unraveling into the world where he can do so unnoticed. There the tales say he dreams of the time when he can awaken and incite the second and last eclipse, the end, the ultimate annihilation of all that is and will ever be. Interesting. Alright, so what have we learned? Lots of fucked up shit from a lot of fucked up books from the past of this game. Woo! Reflections on the Art of Alchemy by Dr. Ambrosio Merimi. It was alchemy. Okay, so this is a short book. To some, alchemy is little more than art of transformation, its ultimate, if not only purpose, being to change one substance into another, and the substance usually being precious metals. But to me, alchemy is the philosophy of life. I see it in the way to find enlightenment, to eliminate those of my faults that I can, and to improve myself by acquiring as much knowledge as I can. Only then do I consider alchemy's traditional aspects, transmutation and creation. When I think back to my days of youth, I see an empty shell. Thankfully, the art filled me with knowledge of the world and the substances and proportions which form it. This understanding is at the core of every good alchemist's goal. Transmutation, in its own fashion, is spiritual. It represents the changes we all face in the world and imbues us with various parts, our drama, our passions, our violence. Therefore, alchemy is not only a physical change in an item, but a change in that item's very soul. Make not the mistake of thinking this is any simple science. I think you're looking too far into it. Because if an item had a soul, it would be able to talk, or have some way of communication. So, yeah. Observation on certain herbs and their applied use by Dr. Ambrosia Marinette. I spent the last 2 weeks attempting to find and research any other plants and those with which I have already experimented. But there seems to be none left. I feel slightly ashamed to admit that I have also noticed some of the previously plentiful edible plants nearby are now lacking. Blaming the animals had nothing to do with my stew making. None whatsoever. Sure it didn't. There's my file list of plants and their properties. Now I suppose that I should return home. Here then are the herbs which I encounter in the areas. Yellow root. Immediately upon taking, I observed what I felt was increasingly dorexity and reduced fatigue. The effects lasted about 2 minutes. In my experience, the herb was usually found in marshy areas and forests with regular rainfall. Hemlock. The reduction of fatigue was considerably quicker than that achieved by the use of yellow root. It served healing properties when a poultice of this herb was placed over my scratches. Appeared from the small bog behind my summer cottage. Bloatroot felt healthier upon taking the sweet, but my feeling of fatigue increased. Now
if I need to see, but as if I just woken up from having too much. Further research confirmed its relaxing quality, so I would recommend administering this herb in stressful situations. Hot rod, increasing my strength substantially, and it seems to give the feeling I was healing. Did a number on my memory though. Where have I heard this before? Blue eye temporarily increased my vitality, but little else. Adder brother. This herb, uncommon, but to the grassland regions, can be used to fight organic poisons. I first observed the property after an unfortunate encounter with a particularly aggressive wasp. Traveler's joy temporarily increases when resistant to some form of physical damage. Saffron permanently increases physical strength. Might of mind regenerates one's bodily powers quickly, albeit temporarily. I was in fact quite surprised to encounter it in this region, where it is supposed to grow mostly on the higher mountain areas. Amborusia, incredibly rare, but belongs to every alchemist's chest, an essential panacea. Okay, so it's resistant to poison. Architects of Antilor. Two Worlds 2, developed by Reality Pump Games, developed by Studios Croft, Poland. Produced by... Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Is this the credits? I took a book about credits. Okay, I don't gotta read that. Nature of Magic and Antilor, or Thesis. It actually has page numbers on it. This is a pretty cool book. Wow. Table of Contents, the Theory, page 3, the Practice, page 6, the Power, page 9, the Bonus, page 12. Oh, I see. The Theory at the top. The art of magic is based on a system of painting cards. These cards used to predicate magic or draw the focus of the magician are placed inside an amulet where the spell is sharpened. There are 3 types of magic cards. Carrier cards determine the way a spell will be delivered. It could be in missile form, it could in an enchantment, or even a magic trap. Extra cards do exactly what they should, determine the effects of a spell from adding fire damage to invisibility or even a shower of anvils. You can make anvils appear out of magic. Okay, whatever. Modifier cards change either the work of the effect card or the carrier card. Each spell must contain at least 1 carrier and 1 effect card in order to be shaped. Once you've added some cards, you can add more at the same time, stacking or increasing card strength. The maximum stack amount is determined by your skill level and wisdom, knowledge, and the 5 types of magic. However, each card has an independent number of times it can be stacked as well. Of course, the practice. Each spell must contain at least 1 carrier and 1 effect card to work. Proceed accordingly to this recipe. Open Magic Amulet, select desired slot, and choose a card. Once you have added the first card, subsequent selections of the same card will stack. Add some modifier cards if you want. Once your spell is done, you will see the amulet start to shimmer. This is a sign that the spell you just created is a valid one. Valid spells cannot be cast. Choose the amulet. You can now assign the spell to a button for real-time applications. But remember, when casting a spell, the most important thing is concentration. A halo will appear in front of you to mark your focus level. If you halt the incantation before it's ready, the spell won't work. Casting time of each spell depends on whether or not you use the time card. Note that the more time cards you use, the longer the casting time becomes. Okay. The power. Most important things about the spell creation is that it's possible to combine multiple spells into a single spell chain. In the previous chapter to practice, you've learned how to prepare the so-called one-section spells, but you can create spells having up to 3 sections. You must proceed thus. Prepare a valid spell and move your focus to the second section. Learn another spell in the second spell section from the beginning using the same rules. Close the amulet once you're finished. Example, your first section contains missile, fire, and damage cards, followed by area, fire, and damage cards. In the second section, the spell will shoot a missile dealing fire damage upon contact, creates a ring of fire, and area attack, as well as a projectile. See, you just mastered the world famous fireball spell. Which carrier cards are available in subsequent sections depending on the carriers used in the previous sections. Although note that you only have a limited number of carrier cards you can use for the entire spell depending entirely on your knowledge skill level. Lastly, if you create a multi-section spell, first sections do not require an effect card. The bonus, some of my personal favorites. Trap plus life, create spiritual types of traps, set some before a battle, and run away to hide or heal. Then sit back and enjoy the show. Enchant plus life creates enormously useful healing spells. Will probably save your life on numerous occasions. Worth the look. Summon your own minions. Combine summon and stone cards to spawn a mighty and tough stone golem. You can't call yourself a powerful battle mage without a meteor shower use. Use missile followed by area fire, time, and damage cards. When fighting numerous opponents, combine missile, homing, spray, damage, and lightning cards to acquire a spell that will strike several targets at once with shocking storm of static electricity. Oh, good. Done reading. I'm going to use the item Water Mastery Skillbook and use to unlock skills on Water Mastery. Okay. Air Mastery, Earth Mastery, Necromancy, Wisdom, Talented Tongue, Sorcery, Battle, something. Elemental Focus, Defensive Stance, Block, Breaker, Retribution. A Tribute Crystal. What the fuck? Small potion of immunity, poison resistance. Oh, good God. There's a lot to this. Okay, so this isn't the potion area. It doesn't matter how many you pick up. Air Mastery is lightning. Fire Blast, Fire Bolt. Oh, that's where we get magic at. Okay. Ice effect. What the heck? Thurlock's weak to ice. Okay. A demon's heart. What the fuck? Demons ain't got no fucking heart. You fucking insane. What the fuck did I just find?
Let's try this again. Take your time.
You're getting old, Orc Mage. You're getting old. Saving content.
We'll be waiting.
Well, good. But you know what? I don't want to be a mage. I want to be a swordsman, swordmaster. But I've only got a club. So I'm just going to be a warrior or an archer. Why do I have blood on my shirt? I do not kneel.
At last, you're here. Please, rise.
I do not kneel before anybody.
You look much different than I'd imagined.
I would not kneel before anybody. If I was to show a sign of respect, I would stick my hand to my chest as a sign of respect.
The years have been kind.
Thank you.
While you require little introduction, my name is Hassan.
How long am I?
Years, I'm afraid. The world has changed much in that time. Your enemies have prospered much in your absence.
Is that why you freed me?
We've come to understand that your sister is in fact the chosen vessel of Azeroth, Fire Lord of Antelope. Gandahar has been drawing power from her since your capture. He has used this power to seize the throne and declare himself emperor, decimating all that stand to oppose him.
Kyra is so important. Why leave her behind?
Such an attempt might have cost us dearly. Gandahar is not yet aware of your role in the events that lay ahead, an advantage that will prove to be quite valuable.
Will we be able to help her?
That remains to be uncertain. The process Gandahar uses to draw power from Kyra is quite destructive. He has been able to offset the strain on her body using dark magic to make your strength her own. But one can only take so much. Removing her from the castle is an only.
Shh, listen. You better have a better answer than that.
While my gifts allow me to peer into the future, I am not often given the comfort of choosing what it is, I'm sure. I saw great danger lurking within the walls of Castle Barkman. If Gandahar is allowed to continue down this path, your sister's life won't be the only one lost.
You've seen this.
Come forward and allow me to show you.
Very well. Show me the future of your world. I'm very much interested in to see what's gonna happen. That you're so worried about. Well, then I'll just have to put a stop to it. No damn big deal. I can stop it.
What was?
Yeah,
What makes you think we can stop it?
this is but a path, not destiny. I'm afraid we'll have to continue this later.
Are you alright?
I'll be fine. Rafa will lead you to your quarters. The orcs have assembled some equipment for you on the table to your right.
Good. I need some equipment.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you for showing me what's gonna happen. You know what? We'll even it out. Crafting skills. What's crafting? Okay, metallurgy, armor reinforcement, weapon forging, alchemy, archery, craftsmanship, shield casting, locksmith, death strike. You can increase your speed and sneak. Stamina is 17, physical resistance is 0%, poison resistance. I think I'd like to regenerate 4 health per second. Short blade, okay. Can he dual wield?
Actually, just give me one. I'd rather use a sword. Alright, we're gonna drop something. I'm going to drop that. That and that. What the? Oh. Okay, yeah. Is that supposed to be gold? Okay, dirty trick skill book. Can be used to unlock the skill as long as it has not already been learned. Dirty trick use restricted use with single-handed weapon, only 25% to blind opponent. Okay.
So I mentioned I have someone with my face.
Let's get you settled. Take this. It'll be dark soon.
Take what? A torch?
This way.
Right now.
Okay, this teleporting person.
Wake up.
Okay. We're gonna save there. If you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video. See you.